Oh, hey, the one and only Dusty Bottoms here, founder of Kingdom Trucking Academy. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing merging onto highways. So let's get started. Merging onto highways is something as drivers we all experience in our daily lives. However, most people don't seem to understand the laws and the rules of merging onto highways. What you need to understand is there are laws in place that are designed to help with safety and the flow of traffic. When you merge onto a highway, first of all, you may have not noticed, maybe you have, that as you're coming to the end of the off-ramp to get onto the highway, you might see a yield sign. Well, the yield sign, not a suggestion, it's you must yield to oncoming traffic. And oncoming traffic is the traffic that's already on the highway. Meaning, if you cannot safely merge on to the highway, then you must yield until you can safely get on the highway. This is something I often see ignored by your everyday drivers and commuters. Oh, hey, the one and only Dusty Bottoms, founder of Kingdom Trucking Academy and the creator of the Kingdom Driver Training Program. The Kingdom Driver Training Program is the curriculum we use at Kingdom Trucking Academy. We have maintained a 100% passing rate using the Kingdom Driver Training Program. The Kingdom Driver Training Program is a complete set of 9 comprehensive videos. You can purchase all 9 videos at kingdomtruckingacademy.com. Each video is designed for the requirements needed to pass your CDL exam. So follow me as I guide you through each stage of your CDL exam. You can purchase each video at kingdomtruckingacademy.com for $49.99 or the complete set for $299.99. That's a great price. These videos are some of the most comprehensive videos today on the market. Our curriculum is trademarked for a reason, because Kingdom Trucking Academy is the standard. Everyone else is just second place. So go to kingdomtruckingacademy.com to get your videos today. Roll on, truckers, roll on. Now, I understand why. You're in a hurry. You want to hurry up and get on the highway so you don't have to slow down your day and you don't have to be delayed in wherever it is you're going. I have seen a lot of people get upset if they can't get onto the roads. This often occurs in rush hour traffic in the mornings, rush hour traffic in the evenings, when the highways are mostly congested, when the highways and the roads are at their most congested. While I understand your frustration, you need to still understand the rules of the road. They tell you that you must yield to safely get on. Why might you ask, is this the case? Well, highway speeds are going much faster. For one, whether it's a 2-lane, a 3-lane, 4-lane, etc., when they're congested and you try to get on the highway, this slows things down. Some people might be forced to hit their brakes. Hitting your brakes on the highway is extremely dangerous and volatile. This can cause collisions. It can cause a chain reaction. This is where you see pileups happen. For wrecks to happen on a highway means somebody was not paying attention. It means somebody is being too aggressive. You should never have to brake on the highway. If you're braking on the highway, obviously there's going to come times you will have to brake on the highway, slower traffic, things like that. Slow traffic is supposed to stay to the right lane. This is something I tell my students all the time. Pay attention, look out, try to judge what's going on as you're trying to get on the highway. When you get onto the on-ramp to get on, you can see what's going on as you're getting. Try to judge your speed. Try to judge the speed of the traffic. Most people on the highway are also seeing somebody merge. I tell my students this all the time. Pay attention as you're passing an on-ramp. Look to gauge the speed of the person trying to get on. You may have to get over for them. Look around, see if it's safe to change lanes. This is just being a good driver. You don't want to be a dust hole. Dust hole is somebody who won't let traffic on, who just stays in the lane, oblivious to what's going on around them. I hate this. I hate when truckers do it. I hate when cars do it. If you see somebody trying to get on the highway, change lanes, get over. Now, in the case that you cannot get over, it's not safe for you to switch lanes to let the oncoming traffic on. This is, as I stated earlier, for vehicles trying to merge onto the highway, they must yield. You need to get that through your head. You must yield to the highway traffic. Now, you're trying to get onto the highway. Drivers that are already on the highway, as I've stated again, try to get over and allow people to get on the highway. This is polite, this is considerate, and this is, again, as I stated, not being a dust hole. But one thing that does drive me absolutely bananas is when somebody gets onto the highway and has not built up speed, tries to use the highway lane to start gaining speed. They merged onto the highway going 35, 45 miles an hour and then decided to build speed. No, that is wrong. It is unsafe. It's ridiculous. When you are getting on the on-ramp is designed for you to gain speed. As I've stated, pay attention. Look to your left, look to your right, whichever direction you are getting on. Most of the time it's to your left. Look, see if you have enough space that you'll be able to safely merge. If not, then continue going at a slow speed. Don't try to accelerate because you're probably gonna have to yield at the end and wait. This happens a lot in congestion. However, if there is enough space and it's not busy and you can see that you're gonna be able to get on, get your vehicle up to speed of the highway. Most highways are 55 to 65 miles an hour. Get your vehicle up to that speed. If you cannot drive that speed, you have no business being on a highway. If you're one of these old people that has to drive the bare minimum, you probably should not be driving anymore. And again, this is one of my frustrations. It is more unsafe to drive slow than it is to drive fast. You might argue that with me, but I have years of experience that have come to this conclusion. The person driving fast, more often than not, is paying attention. They're more hyper aware. The person driving slow is driving slow because the reactions are probably slower. They're intimidated by the traffic. They're just timid drivers. This is dangerous. This is extremely dangerous. When you're driving slow on a highway, traffic that's approaching you from behind has a hard time gauging how fast you are going until they get within 100, maybe 50 feet. Then they have to slow down, maybe even slam on the brakes. That again can cause a chain reaction. Other people have to start slamming on your brakes, and this is when wrecks happen. If you are that slow driver, stay off the highway. I tell my students when they're testing and we're doing our road test, 5 miles an hour or the speed limit. Don't drive faster. Now, you can safely and legally drive 5 miles an hour over the speed limit. This is something I tell students who are getting ready to test. The test is not the real world. The test is what's safe. You need to show your examiner that you understand what you're doing and you're being safe. Speeding is an automatic fail. However, in the real world, speeding will get you a ticket, but driving 5 miles an hour over the speed limit is legal. So try to use these tips to become a better driver. I encourage all of my students to maintain good driving standards and good driving practices. I'll cover this again. When you see cars that are going to be getting on the highway, if you can safely get over to the left to allow merging traffic to get on safely, this makes our roads flow much better. Also makes you a considerate driver. Now, if you cannot get over safely, and it happens, don't put yourself in a position where you've got to allow the merging traffic to get over. Don't compromise your safety and the safety of the highway for that person. That's why they need to yield. Now, as a driver, again, you're getting on the highway, make sure your speed is up to the highway speed and match other vehicles before getting on, so you're not a danger to the highway. And two, make sure you understand that it is your responsibility to yield to the highway traffic. These are all things I tell my students to do. Remember, WWDD. What would Dusty do? Dusty would be considerate. Dusty would be courteous. Dusty would make sure that our speed is built up to the proper speed before getting on the highway. I have one last story to share with you. When I was driving an excavation out in Las Vegas. One day, we had an early start day. We were hauling from one job site to another job site across town. We had to take the 215 from North Las Vegas all the way over to South Las Vegas. We were in morning traffic on our first load. Everyone was driving double bellies. We were all going uphill at this point. Some Fast and Furious wannabe was in a hurry trying to get on the highway. Now, this is morning traffic. 20 trucks are taking up the right lane, trying to get up this hill. This is a 3-lane highway. The other 2 lanes were jam-packed with other drivers getting their morning commutes in. None of us could safely get over to the left lane. We were all talking on CBs. The trail truck was letting us know. The lead truck was letting us know. We were in constant communication. This Fast and the Furious jackass was in a rush trying to get over, wasn't paying attention to what was going on. He thought it was his world and we all just lived in it. So when he couldn't get over, he started flipping out. He rode the shoulder until there was just enough gap between one of the trucks to squeeze in and get over, and then he was able to get over to the other lane. Then he proceeded to start flipping and honking at all of the truckers. This is a terrible mistake. One, if you've ever seen Smokey and the Bandit, you know we talk. We were all talking. We all worked together. One of the lead trucks chewed tobacco. You know anything about chewing tobacco? You know you have a spitter in the truck. He had a full spitter. Now, I'm telling you this story. I don't say this is right, this is wrong, but this is trucker karma right here. As that Fast and Furious driver, his little souped up Honda, playing Vin Diesel, started getting up there, he got a little surprise. That trucker threw out a spit bottle with no lid on it, covered that guy's windshield. Well, now that guy was even more furious. So, he continued following and staying in line with that convoy. We all started turning our turn signal on to the right because we were getting off on our exit. He decided to get off on the same exit. Not sure what he was thinking. We all pull up. He pulls up, stops, rolls down his window, starts flipping people off, then begins to get out of his truck. Well, the lead truck saw this, stopped. We all stopped. Everybody puts in park, and some of the big boy truckers start getting out. I have never seen somebody jump in their car so fast and haul off. And that guy was probably 120 pounds soaking wet, probably couldn't fight his way out of a wet paper bag. Not sure the logic of what he was thinking. He was in the wrong the whole way through, and he was being an extremely aggressive driver. I think he quickly realized that that was not going to be his day. The point I'm trying to make is, instead of getting in a huff and a puff, understand sometimes you may be the dust hole in that situation. Truckers aren't trying to be jerks. Sometimes we simply can't get over. And because we're so big, you might not see that. And most people have their heads up their asses. So they're not paying attention to what's going on. They just want to be mad at the world because they're inconvenienced. Again, this is no way to operate. WWDD, what would Dusty do? Patience. Calm, pay attention to the roads. Look ahead. Keep your head on a swivel. I hope you like this video. I hope you enjoy these tips. If you do, give us a like and subscribe. I'm your trucking messiah, the one and only Dusty Bottoms. Roll on, truckers. Roll on.